So good morning, flockers. We're live. I see Tango's joining us. Yes, yes, Max. I hear ya. Let's start with a block. No, you don't want to start with a block. Okay. I think Max heard the microwave and he knows what that means. Yes, it means we're making snacks. Let me wash my hands. Drop. Got a couple of options, Max. Yes. Snack attack. And your name is Max. Max. Let's start with the banana. Of course, he wants to start with the manner. Let's just adjust a little bit. It's always a balancing point. How close do I get with the camera while keeping cables out of beak? Hello, Tango, Greenbird, Cheryl, Connie, Barbara, Mista. Hi, Mista. I think you're new here. Glad you're joining us. Sue. Yes, the gang's all here. Really glad you joined us on a Saturday. Always lots to start off with. Now, our Saturdays are completely unscripted. It really depends on what Max wants to do. Jezebelly, you're here. Jezebelly, thank you for your kind comment on a couple of recent videos. I was, about an hour ago, I was reading a comment that you left on the video about, it's a scam, where we talked about parrot scams and how easy it is for people to fall for them. They think they're getting this wonderful deal, parrots even being shipped. The money seems right, it's only a little bit of money, but the scam then kicks in and that little bit of money becomes a bit more and a bit more. And eventually the scammer has your money and you don't have a parrot. We actually made that particular video because of a parrot scam that Max kind of got caught up in. When I say kinda, there's still bananas in there. Here, let's give it a squeeze. You see? There's more banana. Yeah. Just had to squeeze it to the front. Max occasionally has his videos and photos stolen, and we do use Rights Manager to protect against that. And we had a couple of copyright strikes go out where basically we said, hey, what the heck, you didn't have permission to use this. I mean, if you want to share Max, please do. Use our link. Share the link to our content. It'll appear on your page. That's great, but downloading it and presenting it as your own, not so cool. So this person had posted a video of Max and just saying they were so excited. And if I recall, his name was Feathers. They were so excited they had just adopted Feathers. And I looked and I said, that's not Feathers, that's Max. Max is pretty distinctive. And, you know, I just hit it with a copyright strike. I actually couldn't see the context of how it was posted. And this person thought, well, what the heck? I just bought this bird. Went to Max's site to basically probably rip me a new one and looked and went, wait a minute, there's something wrong here. And that's actually how the person caught on that they were being scammed. At this point, they were expecting Feathers to fly in later that afternoon. Feathers didn't show up, and true to form, the scammer started asking for more money and had 16 excuses. And we actually broke that one down into great, gory detail. I do work in the risk compliance and cybersecurity field, so wasn't a big stretch to break down the scam and explain how it was happening and really showcase some of the, what some of those flags were that said something is not right here. So that was definitely a fun video to do, but it's really rewarding when I see comments coming up on some of the older videos. You know, it means that you appreciate the work that we do. So yes, yes. Oh, Jezebel, it is incredible how often people do steal bird videos. And majority of the time, it's being used, either somebody's trying to make money off of my bird. Max, do you appreciate that? I didn't think so. Or they're trying to use him as part of the scam. And that's quite frustrating. But, you know, I think that, you know, the approach of clamping down and just protecting copyright is probably the best, because it does flag when we have people trying to steal him. And quite a few times, these groups that are trying to use his videos, they steal the videos, they block Max. We can't see how they're being used, but we get screenshots from some of our flockers letting us know what's going on. So if we can't see how it's being used and we didn't give permission, it's probably going to get a copyright strike, because we're erring on the side of caution. I don't want anybody to get scammed thinking that they're going to get a bird when they're stealing an image of somebody like Max. Okay, Max, I see you're done. Yes, I'm just going to clean up. I know, when you have a bird, it is a constant cleanup. I think he enjoyed his banana. I'm just going to get rid of the peel. And Max, did you hear the microwave? Do you think there might be Aggies in your future? Max definitely understands what happens on a Saturday. I think he saves, he doesn't eat breakfast, he waits until the live stream because he knows there's going to be treats. Well, that was hot. Sorry, Max, you have to wait for this to cool. How about we do an Aggie comb today? Does that sound like fun? An Aggie comb? Okay. You just have to wait while I roll up some eggs. These are kind of hot, so they have to cool off a bit. Patience is definitely not Max's strong suit when it comes to food. And I try not to make the Aggies too early, because Max does appreciate them fresh and warm. Okay. Yeah, let's just shift that. Okay, yeah, sorry, that was an awkward shift. I see Christine. Marcia's here. Hi, Einstein. Jezebel says, your video about the Texas Bird Sanctuary just crushed me. I mean, I was sobbing with a towel in hand. Those two gorgeous birds that were lost, I immediately clicked on the donation link. That was super kind of you, Jezebel. You know, definitely, you know, the flock out there needs some help. I can give you a little bit of an update on them. The sanctuary, Max, that's not for chewing. You want something to chew? How about this? No blocks right now. Okay. How about some cardboard? Here's a weird shape of cardboard. Did it fall? You're going to just keep dropping it, huh? Okay, editorial comment. But, yeah, so Magnolia, the update. They did have, they had two birds pass away. If you've been following them, you'll know that happened. They had a couple of other birds with frostbitten feet. And this is dating back to the snowstorm a couple of weeks ago in Texas. The birds with frostbitten feet are recovering. They've also had another bird come to them from the Texas storms. A little guy who came to them with frostbitten feet. Somebody had found him outdoors, and they had brought him, you know, they had taken him to the vet, And due to life circumstances, they couldn't hold on to him, so they took him into this sanctuary. And I'm just going to see here if I can just quickly find this just see if there's any updates. Magnolia exotic bird sanctuary. There we go. Apparently I'm a little bit slow here. And they've named this little one Mango. And yeah, no updates on this one, but I'm just going to see if I can pop their posts into view. I'm not sure how well this is going to work. I'm not even sure if that's going to focus. Let me just turn the light there for a minute. Oops. Let's see. That didn't work. I just knocked it out of the way. Come on, where did Mango go? Let's try that again. Let's see if we can show Mango. So that's the newest little one that they got, but she was found in the snow during the Texas winter storm. And this is the type of thing that Magnolia Exotic Bird Sanctuary brings in. As you can see, little one's feet are wrapped. So that's the latest coming out of Magnolia. So they are doing well. Okay, Max, do you think your snacks are cool enough to eat? You want to try them? Max, would you like an eggy cone? Oh, I might have an eggy cone for you. You want? Polite. There you go. Yeah, Tico's asking for his as well. No hesitation on Tico's part. Human, where's mine? Hey, Tico. You're welcome. Tico makes the cutest swallowing sound, almost as a thank you, anytime I hand him a treat that he wants. Is that good, Max? Yeah, I think Max honestly does not eat all morning because he knows that there's a stream coming up and he knows there's going to be treats. You waiting for it, buddy? Here. The cone's kind of a cool way to provide snacks to Max. He knows whatever's in a cone is going to be really, really tasty. We don't do them all the time. They're just a human grade ice cream cone. He mostly eats what's inside and shreds the cone. You can see a whole bunch of cone dropping. And it's okay as an occasional treat. But the key thing that I really like about the idea of a cone is Max knows anything inside the cone is edible. And if I'm trying to get him to try a new food, all I have to do is just pop in a cone with a couple of other things, and he's going to know immediately that it is food. Also, he kind of likes to eat things. He likes to forage. This is kind of similar to the banana peel he was digging into earlier, where he's trying to get at the food inside, and it's a bit of a game. Yeah, it is a bit of a game, isn't it, Max? Are you thirsty? Would you like some water? No water today? Okay, I'll put that over here for later. Would you like some more eggy? Yeah, not all of it fit into the cone. That's right, nice and gentle. Yeah, is that good? Yeah, very tasty. Of course, Max is giving me the look. He probably would like a bit more. So what I do is I cook 1 egg for the 2 birds. And the way that I cook, they usually only get egg once a week. And the way that I cook the egg is no salt, no oil. I just microwave it. I take the egg, I give it a quick mix, sometimes more mix than others, and just microwave it for 30, 40 seconds. If you have an underpowered microwave, maybe a minute, just until it's hard, until it's cooked, and they just eat it plain like that. If I want to mix something in, sometimes I'll mix in some vegetables or some chili pepper flakes, but they really don't need anything special with the egg. More egg. Here you go. And 1 egg, as I said, just shared out between the flock. What do you think, Max? Was that good? Was that good? Now, if you have birds, you'll know one thing you're constantly doing is cleaning. Just gonna wipe off the chair here quickly so I can pop some toys on it without getting egg and food all over. And we'll see, I'm just wiping this onto I've got paper down on the floor. Yeah. I don't want food stuck to the bottom of toys or the bottom of the box. It just makes more cleaning for me later. Hey, Max. What do you want? Do you want a box of toys? Let's see. What have we got for you today? Maybe. Do you want to play music? Awfully gentle today. Oh, poopers. You hit the paper. Thank you. No biting. You can play music, but no biting. I don't think we're going to get the show that we got last week where he just went nuts on the keyboard. A little calmer today, Max. No biting. You gonna play music? Maybe not. Okay. Yeah, you never know what Max is going to be in the mood for. Last week, he really, really was interested in playing music. This week, what are you in the mood for, bud? Move that back. And let's adjust that down. Oh, you want to play puzzle? No, we don't want to play puzzle. Okay. Are you being a goose, Max? No. I'm pretty sure. Hang on here. Let's see what we got. Oh, there it is. I was about to say, how do I misplace a box? I have a few boxes of toys out, and Max's box was underneath that. So here, let's move back a little bit and show you what Max is interested in. Oops, let's see. Come on. Here. You gonna play with your box? Here, I think that's a good shot. Do you want cups? This week, I promise I'm not going to knock them on the floor for you. Oh. I seem to be missing a cup. Oh, I know where it is. Yeah. Up there. Wait for it, bud. Here you go. Not the chair. Not the chair, buddy. There's a cup. And where there's a cup, there are other toys, aren't there, Max? Let's see if we can set up a few other toys for you. Boat. Oops. There. You see your boats? You play with your boats? Would you like that? Nope. You are sure making a mess. Go on, Max, you're good. Oh, hello, Mookie. I see Asevu's here as well. Okay, we've got some interesting chatter happening in chat. Max, you look like you might be ready for a nap. Let's see. I think you prefer these cups upright so you can get your beak in them. It's about being tricky. Just gonna knock it over. Here. Okay, Max, let's see. How about a stack of blocks? What you gonna do? Let's see. Telling me you can't reach. Move them a little closer. Are you knocking all the blocks down? Or boats on blocks? How about Lego? Nope. Max is definitely not really in the mood to do a lot of playing right now. Move that a little closer. How about here? Okay. And we are done with that toy. Yeah, some days Max has a very short attention span. Don't you, Max? You want to dance, Max? Let's see if we can get him going. Just adjust a little bit. There you go, Max. So I am dancing behind the camera, and he started joining in with me a little bit. He's not too sure how much he wants to join in right now. I'm going to get a workout here, buddy. The things we don't do for our flockers. Okay, Max. Was that fun? Are you still going to dance even though I've quit? Well, Connie says, I have family and friends in Canada and have been once in Calgary 25 years ago. Connie, sounds like 25 years ago. What was happening here? That have been 88. That was the Olympics. Oh, maybe a little longer than that. Yeah, okay, I'm dating myself. Let's see. Now, when I'm streaming, I don't always catch all of the comments. But it is good to see that everybody is chatting. So I apologize if I'm missing any questions, if I've missed you that you've came on. But yeah, always good to see everybody. So let's talk about what happened this week. You've been watching any of our videos, you will know that Calgary had some really nice weather. We get something called a Chinook. If you've been here for a while, you've heard me talk about them before. It's basically warm wind that blows over the mountains and warms up our winter temperatures a little bit. I guess the Indians, Chinook used to mean snow eater. It does certainly help the snow melt. It gets a little bit above freezing. And it is kind of nice to have a few warm days. Doesn't mean that winter's over, though. But it does mean if we're warm enough and the sun's out, Max can go outside and get a little bit of sunshine. And he certainly loves doing that. So at lunch hour this week, we've had a few warm days, so we ducked out. Max got to go on a short walk. He helped me get the mail, helped me greet the neighbors. I mean, that was really exciting for him. But when he goes outside, if you're watching his body language, if you're watching how excited he gets, I mean, the indoors is kind of boring. You know, he's been here all winter. He's looked around. He's seen the four walls, occasionally explores. Yeah, it gets kind of boring. Lots of toys, still boring. But as soon as he gets outside, there's all sorts of new things to smell, new things to see, cars driving past to supervise, the sun on his feathers. He gets a bit of a wind bath, and he loves it. And he really gets animated when he steps outside. Of course, when we go outside, he is wearing a harness. If you're wondering, I use an aviator harness. I have two aviator harnesses, one in black, one in red. And I have a couple of similar harnesses that I've homemade myself. They don't quite fit as well as the aviator, so I do prefer the aviator, but it is nice to have a couple of different colors. You look so handsome in your new red harness, Max. Yeah, we should get you some more colors. Tico's excited about that. Yeah, so, you know, he gets outside, and when he's outside, he wants to bark. You know, inside, hey, Max, you want to bark? And he's just looking at me thinking, yeah, this is entertaining. I will watch you bark. And he does bark inside, just not as often. But as soon as we get outside, he greets the sun. He greets everybody with a bark. He gets very chatty. In the summer, when it's warm enough, spring and summer, we actually do our live streams out on the patio. And he loves that. Don't need a lot of toys because there's so much going on that he's looking at and seeing. Are you getting chatty? That's Max. You want to tell everybody how excited you are about warm, sunny days on the patio? Are those fun days on the patio? That's better? You enjoy these days on the patio? Yeah. Donald asks, why does he say bok? Donald, bok is a sound that Max came up with by himself, and he honestly does sound like a chicken balking. And when sitting out on the patio one day, we used to have one of her neighbors. She had a really sweet dog named Honey, a large Labrador. And usually when we're outside on a Saturday morning, she'd wander past. She was taking a dog out for a walk, and we'd get to visit. Honey was a real sweetie, and Honey was interested in Max. Max was interested in Honey, and then Honey started ignoring Max. Max would look at Honey and try to get Honey going, and Honey would ignore Max. Max barked at Honey. That worked for a little while, then Honey started ignoring Max. Max is not one to give up. He decided, and he probably planned this out for a week. Hey, how am I going to get the dog to interact with me this time? So we waited until I was talking to Laura, my neighbor, and Honey was there. And Max just looked at Honey and started barking. Bark. Well, the neighbor and myself both lost it. It was the funniest thing we'd ever seen. And Max got the rise out of the dog that he wanted. So he decided this was a great noise. And oh, look how well it's rewarded. All of this drama and excitement. You know, if you want a bird to say or do something, you give them a lot of positive attention. If you don't want them to do something, you don't give them that attention. And the thing to remember about birds is sometimes what we think is positive attention or what we think is negative attention does not translate out the same for birds. If the bird does something and gets a lot of drama, gets you to dance around and maybe make some noise, hey, that's exciting. That's positive. I really enjoyed that. Now, just think for a minute. Is there any action a bird might take that might get you to jump around, shout, and give lots of drama? You've got it. Biting. So if your bird ever bites you, do not reward it with positive attention. What I do, and every bird bites, it is a given. It does not matter how sweet that bird is. Every single bird out there bites. It's not a question of if you've been bitten. It's a question of when. And it happens. I mean, hormones happen. Depending on the birds, some birds get trained early on that biting gets them the kind of attention that they're craving. Sometimes birds are seen as bad birds. They bite, they get attention, it becomes a cycle, and they say, hey, this is the way I can get some attention. So try not to reward it. But every bird bites. I've been very fortunate. I've only been bitten badly by Max a couple of times. And each time I've had the wherewithal to not give him attention. Last time he munched me, he actually got me right underneath the nose, between the nose and the lip. And I can tell you there are a lot of nerves there. It hurt. It really hurt. And what led up to it is TCal was over for a visit, and TCal had been on my shoulder. This was just after we'd moved to the new house, and Max was looking, and, you know, Max looked at TCal and Green Amazon, and Max turned green with envy. He decided that I was two-timing him with TCal. And in our old house, he would see TCal on my shoulder, but I would socialize usually with TCal out of the room. The birds would get one-on-one attention one at a time. He didn't have that same sense of me sitting right in front of the cage with TCal on my shoulder. And how dare you? How dare you? So, I mean, he got kind of snippy, and he nailed me right underneath the nose. In his mind, he thought it was well justified. I didn't agree, but, you know, I didn't have a lot of say in this. And all I did, I mean, I absolutely felt like dancing around, flailing my hands and swearing a blue streak, but I didn't. Instead, I just gave him stink eye. I just gave him a glare like he has never been glared at before. And he looked at me, and you actually saw in his body language, he sort of looked at me and went, uh-oh. And he, you know, he was posturing at me, and I glared at him. He just backed right down. And if you've had a bird for a while, you can tell when the bird is being aggressive, and you can tell when the bird's trying to be a bit submissive. There's a lot in head tilt and everything else, but it went from aggression to pure on oopsies. I'm really sorry. I really didn't mean to do that. Whole time, my nose, you know, the area just underneath my nose was just dripping blood. Back of my mind, I was wondering if I had a nose left. You know, it hurt. So, I mean, Max backed right off. We had a little discussion about that was not an appropriate behavior. And then he actually did get a timeout in his cage, but it wasn't immediate into his cage because I didn't want him to think, I wanted my cage, I can bite. But he got stink-eyed, did he ever. So then I went and checked out the damage. Wasn't quite as bad as I feared, but it was literally dripping blood. It, you know, I was wondering if I needed some stitches. So birds bite, they can bite hard. And in his mind, fully justified. Absolutely. But if I would have rewarded that with a lot of drama and a lot of that attention that he would have thought, hey, this is great fun. I made my and dance and shout and jump around. You know, this becomes something that they do more often. So you have to be really, really careful how you react to things. You know, why do birds swear? Because they only need to hear it once. A single word said with enough enthusiasm, birds can pick up. Birds can pick up. They really can. So around here, if I stub my toe or trip over something, you're likely to hear me yell, fun! Anything but fun. However, usually the brain interjects halfway through the word and goes, change direction. Do not say the word you're about to say. You do not want it repeated back to you. Interesting fact, Tico knows the word fun. And he knows how to say it with enthusiasm. Of course, when you learn how not to swear around birds, it does happen occasionally outside of the house as well. If you ever swear in front of somebody and you come out with fun, they're going to look at you really oddly. Don't ask. I just know. Oh my goodness. So I'm just looking here at some of the comments. Barbara says that she still cries over her Ollie girl. She fought to live and had seizures and was only 6 years old. Yeah, that's really, really sad. Yeah. Tango, you seem to be doing quite well. You seem to have recovered from your toe surgery, and what I'm seeing on social media, you look like you've recovered from your most recent vet trips as well. You know, feel free to give us update in the comments section. Tango, absolutely. I think you should let Tango type. And Tango Elliott says, well, hello, Ooman. Dis bees Tango. I's a doggo. I's wake Max. Him's a good bird. Him's wake eggs wake me's. I's writing a book. I's call it Citizen Canine. You know what, Tango? I think that is the best name for a dog's book. Dan I's write another one called Good Fetchers. Well, Tango, Max thinks it should be Good Feathers, not Good Fetchers. Oh, super, super cute. What do you think, Max? Are you finished with your toys? Do you want a bit of scritchy? Yeah, I saw some new feathers coming in. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm just going to assume that my camera's a little high for what I'm doing. Hopefully I'm in frame. Oh, yeah, Max. Look at all those new feathers. One more? Yeah, that's a good bird. All those new feathers coming in. Yeah, I bet that's itchy. Max, there you go. No chewing. Oops, there we go. Yeah, I can just see what I'm doing. Yeah. Good. That good? Oh, yeah, look at all those feathers. Yeah, Max has very, very soft feathers. Cockatoo feathers are very, very soft and almost fluffy. There's a new feather coming in. There's another one. And get that? Yeah. It's molting season. But very soft, very fluffy. You can see how easily that they just bend. You know, he likes it when I get right underneath the feathers. Give him a scritch. He's got some new feathers coming in, and I'm just breaking up the casings of those a little bit. Now, a new feather coming in it's usually called pin feather, and it comes in a keratin case. And it always reminds me of an egglet. No chewing on that. Hey. An egglet on a shoelace, and a hard plastic bit on the end of a shoelace that keeps it furled so you can thread it through eyelets. That's what a new feather looks like. Let's just see here. Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry. Oops, did I pull? Yeah. Yeah, I was chasing a feather too far. And new feathers, they're not always ready to be preened, and Max is pretty good about telling me if I touch one that's not ready. I'm not really finding anything I can show off right now. Yeah, right there maybe. Oops. There's another one right there. Yeah. So see if I can get a close up on my hand. But that is basically the keratin sheath that a feather comes in. It just turns to powder. Yeah. Is that good? Good scritchy. Yeah, you've been good in preening a box. Good bird. Would you like some more water? Are you thirsty? You realize you're dripping all over my floor? That good? Okay. I think that's enough, Max. Yeah, you can climb up, just don't chew on it. And I need to adjust that. Yeah, you're out of reach of the camera again. You need a camera that automatically follows you around. A little higher, a little higher. That's right, Max. Greenbird says, pulling feathers is not good for human fingers. Absolutely. You know, we're very careful not to pull a feather. You know, just go after the ones that are ready to come off. Max, Max, how about we chew on something acceptable? Max is not always comfortable having the top of his head touched. I think that he's had some feathers pulled in the past, and he's very, very cautious about it. He's pretty good about letting me touch the top of his head, but very cautious on when he lets others. And sometimes even he says, no, Uman, no touching the head, not allowed. But he's been really good even about his harness going on over his head. He's associated with going outside. He loves going outside. So it becomes a positive experience for him. What was that noise, Tico? Tico, are you suggesting to me that you might need a toy too? There you go. Tico does like to watch Max, and sometimes he thinks that if Max gets something, he should get something too. And I mean, that sounds perfectly legitimate to me. There we go. What do you think, Max? Did you have fun? Alexa, current temperature?
Right now, it's 2 degrees Celsius. Today, expect a high of 6 degrees. Enjoy your weekend.
I'm sorry, Max. Too cold to go outside today. It's only 2 degrees. For those of you who are in the States, Remember, 0 degrees Celsius is freezing. So 2 degrees too cold for, no chewing on that. Hey. Or the toys? You look disheveled, buddy. You look like you just woke up from a nap. Yeah. Do you want to shower today, maybe? I've got an idea. I know what you might like. We'll show everybody what you do with paper bags. Move that box. Ooh. Out of reach. Can you reach it? Are you telling me it's too far away? Go get it. Yeah. Is that a new game, the paper bag game? Tico likes playing with paper bags too. Although the last time Tico was playing with paper bag on the floor, he walked into it and it upended itself over him at the same time that the lights went out. We had a couple of hour electricity outage, and Tico's pretty smart, so he assumed it was the bag that had done that to him. He was not very happy. And of course, I left him in the bag until I had some lights so I could see what was going on, because picking up an African gray parrot off the floor in pitch darkness when the bird's scared, I can guarantee you, you're going to get bit. At least having a little bit of light so he can see that it's a safe person picking him up is a good idea. Hey, you want to do another tug of war? Tug of war. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, you get that bag. Get it good. Yeah. I guess we're supposed to take turns with the bag. Your turn. No, I think the bag game is finished. But Max does like to play with different things. I'm going to give you one more try with the keyboard. You want to play some music? You want to play music? Let's scooch in a little bit here. Here. Oh, yeah. Be gentle with the beak. Gentle with beak. You play? Play nice. You play nice? I'll teach you to hold it yourself. I'm not chewing on there. No pinching. Yeah. Okay. We seem to be more in a mood to destroy than to play right now. What do you think, Max? Oh, you came in for your close-up. Yeah. I'd say that's a close-up. Maybe a little too close. There we go. Yeah. Here. All right. Oh yeah, Max was absolutely wild last week on the keyboard. Hey, Max, what do you think? Is it time to say goodbye to all the flockers? Time to get a little bit of a scritchy, maybe? Yeah? Okay, Max, can you say bye-bye? You tell every birdie that we'll see you next week. We'll have lots of videos up this week. Yeah? Yeah? What do you think, Max? Is it time to go? Okay, come on. Step, step. Step. All right, time to go. Thanks, everybody. Whee! All right, guys, have a wonderful week.